everyone, so we're going to go ahead and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a stretch class for all of you. If you've had me before, you know I always do one stretch every semester no matter what I teach. So today's going to be it, partially because you are getting this video because you are one of my college students, then you know this 5 weeks that we transferred from in-person to online. We had 5 weeks and this is the end of that third week, so it's like right in the middle. We're just getting over the hump as of today. So so it seemed kind of like the perfect time to do it. And for everybody else, I needed to do it because if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know I've been gardening and working outside like crazy, and I've been, you know, my farm girl dreams are coming true, and I have been heaving big heavy bags of dirt and then chicken feed and all that kind of stuff. So I have been schlepping around really heavy things for a while, and then coming in and sitting down and working on the computer. So, and I've not been good about stretching and taking care of myself that way. So this is for you and it is for me. So yeah, we're doing this together. So once again, I'm gonna put on music just for background music. It's slow, it's soft, it's what I need at this moment. I do not hold the rights to it. All of this is just for educational purposes only, due to our in-person classes having to go online. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start the music. And my cats are gonna join us. Kiki was born to be on stage, so yes, let's just see what happens with him. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna stand, toes are nice and wide. Go ahead and feel the center of the heel on the floor, widen the balls of the feet, widen the toes, feel everything right there, wiggle your knees. Please don't hold any tension anywhere, okay? That's part of this, yes? So we're gonna go ahead and drop the chin to the sternum, keeping the shoulders up, not letting them round yet. We're gonna reach down with fingers. We're gonna take the arms out to the side. Keep reaching the arms out. Remember your energy reaches out through the fingertips to pretend that you're touching each wall to either side of you. And we'll bring the arms up, widen the fingers, clasp the fingers together, drop the palms of the hand on the back of the head, and let the elbows drip forward. Chin goes further to the sternum. Please don't pull on your head, just let the weight of your arms take your head over. Wiggle your knees, don't hold tension. And breathe. Take about 3 breaths in. One more breath. Exhale, unhook your fingers, bring your arms down. Let the top of the head lead you all the way down. Slowly rolling forward. If you can't touch the floor, that's no problem. Just place the hands right on the shins or above the knees. Please don't ever grab a joint, but go ahead and find above or below, or go ahead and take your hands to the ground, either one. Let everything dangle there. We're going to open the stance and we're going to bend, toes are forward, so we're parallel plie, and stretch it up. And we're going to plie and stretch up. If your hands are on your shins, that's fine. Same thing, third time. We'll do everything 3 or 4 times. That way you can kind of watch the first time and then you'll know what we're doing. I promise I won't go fast. And up. Good, we're gonna bend the knees. From wherever your hands are, you're gonna walk your hands just to above the knees. Now while you're here, keep those shoulders down. Make sure that you're still engaging the external rotators. Kneecaps are over the first and second toe. From right here, we're gonna relax the head. We're gonna cat and cow. So we're gonna curl, hollow back, ice cream scoop out the whole middle. Don't let the shoulders come up, keep them down. And we're gonna arch
hyperextend that back. If you have me in ballet, I'd never ask you to do this. And we'll take that gaze up towards the ceiling as high as you can. And close the lower jaw so we actually get a stretch in the front of the throat. And curl.
Round. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, curl forward. And hyperextend it out. Third time. Round, relax the shoulders, drop the head, don't hold tension in the traps in the neck. And arch it out. We're going to go ahead, we're going to round again. We're going to bring this in, let everything drop. We're going to stretch press into the floor, stretch the knees up, reach those arms out through second. We're going to go ahead and bring the hands back together, clasp them, turn them inside out, and reach forward, pressing through the heel of the hand and through the fingers. Keep reaching. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take a turn out position. So we're going to find turned out second, and we're going to open the tops of the hips, and we're going to open those knees. So we're going to grand plie or just demi, whatever you can do. And we're going to press into the floor with the whole foot and rise up. Relax the quads up at the top. Don't tighten when you get there. And open the thighs out. And come up. And open. And up. We're going to go one more. Open those thighs. Good. Open the arms, release the fingers, hands go back to your lap. You're going to drop your right shoulder forward. Look over your left shoulder with your head, with your chin. And come all the way back up. Sink into the hips. You decide which way to go first. It doesn't matter. Just don't tighten them. Loosen them. Abs are still engaged, but remember they're just held enough to keep the pelvis in its correct posture and to keep you standing upright. And settle and open those knees. Arms go to the lap and drop the other shoulder forward. It should be your left this time. Look over your right shoulder with your chin. Now press into the ground. Engage, bring those abdominals up with you. And we're going to circle the hips around. Just loosen right underneath the ribs. Just let it circle around. Don't hold tension, no one can see you. And go the other direction. Good, make sure you're not rolling in on your feet. Keep the outside of the pinky toes reaching out, outside of the big toes. Find center, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to wiggle them side to side again. This time we're going to keep this rocking side to side. Keep the shoulders as still as you can. We're going to open the tops of the hips, and you're going to go down. Good. We're going to drop all the way down. Again, if you can't touch the floor, straighten your legs here, that's okay. When we stretch up, just take your hands to your shins or to your thighs. And we're going to stretch up. Trying to get your head, trying to look back through your legs. Top of the head should be looking at the floor. No, 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 no. He's ringing my mat. You go, you go. Good. We're going to sink down into that left hip. If your hands are here, that's totally fine. But sink into the left hip. You're going to take your other hand, okay? Left hip, right hand, and then you're going to open up the left hand. If you can reach to the ground, go ahead and reach to the ground. Reach out as far as you can. You're going to turn your palm, and the back of that left hand is going to try to reach around your back. Don't worry, if it just gets to the hip of the left side, that's fine. If it gets to the low back, that's fine. If it can wrap around, try to grab your thigh. Twist open. and reach that hand back up. Bring everything back to center. Can go here if you need to. Bend your knees, drop the shoulders, press into the ground, rise up, and just sway. Open up those hips, relax the shoulders. Sorry, I got crazy hair. And just relax. Good, shake out the shoulders, take them forward, take them back, wiggle out the arms, circle the wrists, and we'll go the other direction, circle them back, involve the fingers, okay, especially if you're on the computer a lot. Good, shake it out, and we're gonna go side to side. We're gonna open the thighs. We're gonna go ahead and find that plie, drop over, drop the head, look in between the legs, look behind you. This time you're gonna sink over to the right. You're gonna take your left hand, you're gonna take it across, reaching out, and you're gonna open up. Good. Palm twists to look behind you, and you're gonna drop the arm behind your back. Keep breathing. Of course, you can be here. That's totally fine. And reach that arm back up. Keep the shoulder blade down. Come back to the center. You're gonna take your toes forward. Hands can be here, here, or here. Doesn't matter. Turn it out. Bring the toes in. Turn it out. Bring it in. And then find a comfortable parallel. So your knees are right in line with your second and third toe, and your hip bones are right in line with your knees, right? We're lifting up out of those lifting those hamstrings up nice and tall. Good, we're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna engage the abs around the back, keep the shoulders down. So we're gonna take the abs off of the lap and up. Arms come up. Clasp the fingers. Turn the hands inside out. Lift those shoulders way up. Drop them down your back. Shake it out. Lift them up nice and high. Drop them down. Shake it out. Last one. Drop them down. Open up the arms. Good. Chin goes down. Roll, top of the head, leads all the way down. Hold here, lift those hamstrings up. Bend your knees. Now right from here, round the back, pick up those abs and create space right here. So that whole torso, right? Hips from the lap all the way through the shoulders. We ice cream scoop that out. So if you're here, round, give yourself space, roll yourself up. This time we're gonna go ahead and take the arms out. We're gonna take the arms to the back, clasp your hands to the back, squeeze. I'm just turning this way so you can see them. Keep your abdominals still lifted. The ribs can go forward, and you're gonna reach the fist down to the floor. Try to squeeze those shoulder blades as much as you can in the back. Open up, remember, don't squeeze the cervical spine. We always want 3 or 4 fingers for the length of the head, or for the length of the neck, right? We never want to squash them, yes? So cervical spine, super important, keep it long. And up, squeeze, high chest, chest opens. Good, relax, good. I'm gonna turn back towards you. We're gonna take, you choose what leg, but I'm gonna say let's take your right leg back behind you, long diagonal. Relax those shoulders, take that right arm across. From right here, try to keep the shoulder from rounding forward. Drop it, turn it out, drop it down the back. Abs are still lifted, hip bones are lifted. Take the chin over that right shoulder. Good, we're gonna release that right arm. We're gonna again try to bring it around the back. Doesn't matter if you can only go here, low back, or try to get it all the way around. Other hand is gonna brace, so palms press together. Good, we're gonna stretch that front leg. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna release the hands. We're gonna follow her. We're gonna parallel both feet, all right? The arms are gonna go behind you. You're gonna go down and find the lunge right here. Now I know I'm having kind of work in the space that I'm at too, but remember whenever you're in the lunge, the leg that's in front, that knee should be right over the ankle. Should never be here. We don't want to expose the knee, right? Which is why in a grand plie, we don't set our sits bones down on our heels because it exposes the knee and it's a dangerous place for it to be, right? So in order for it to be nice and safe, we need to go ahead and make sure that knee is right over the ankle. So adjust that foot however you need to. And we're gonna hold here. Now we're gonna reach with that back heel. Reach. What that's gonna do is it's gonna open up the hip flexor in the front. And then we're gonna lower that back knee down and come up. Make sure everything that's on the floor has weight. So the ball of my foot on my back foot, my whole front foot. If you need to keep your hands down, keep your hands down. That's totally fine. And then we're gonna slide up. We're gonna find that V with the legs. If you need to have one hand here and one here, or if you need to have something like that next to you, absolutely have something like that next to you that you can hold on to, okay? Keep the left hip back. And we're gonna bend both knees, step in. We're gonna roll it up. Roll the shoulders back. Roll, elbows go back as far as you can. Full arm. And shake that out. I'm gonna face you. I am now gonna take my left foot back. So take that left foot back. Try to keep the hips as square as you can. We're gonna go ahead. And I'm gonna take that other arm across. Did I do it that way or that? Oh, I did it this way, sorry. And look over. So the leg that's back, that's the arm that's across you. I'm in trouble. I don't have any of you telling me when I'm doing wrong every time I do it. Okay. And we're going to take that arm out. We're going to reach it around the back. Again, don't worry how far you can go. I just need you to get a stretch up in here, all right? Super important, especially if we've been on the computer a lot. Yeah, so keep opening up the front of the chest. Abs are still in and up. Good, I'm gonna go ahead and press into the floor, straighten that front leg. And I'm going to square off that front leg. I'm going to release that arm. I'm going to bring them up. And then I'm going to go forward. Finding that lunge, adjust however you need to so that that knee is right over that ankle. I'm going to reach that back heel long and I'm going to make sure that this leg is super extended, that back leg, that knee is not sagging down, but it's actually lifted. Think of opening up that knee pit. Opening it up towards the ceiling. Good. We're going to go ahead and bring ourselves up. Find that nice V, upside down V with the legs. Keeping that right hip back. Don't let it rock forward like I just did. Keep it back. So you keep the hip bones nice and square with the shoulders.
And walk whichever foot you want in or back.
Adjust however you need to. Round yourself. Round up. Take the shoulders forward. Elbows, forearm. Good. Reach side and side and side. Let the top of the head lead. Don't make it sequential movement, so I'll turn towards you. So you don't want it to be that, right? Hips or ribs, shoulders, head, top of the head lifts up to go over and up. So we lift to give space and up. So we're actually stretching the side, keeping that shoulder down. Open the legs, turn it out, dig over that left leg, and come up, find that true side lateral bend. Keep this shoulder down and all the way down. And come up, find true side lateral. So you start to come up, open the side so you actually get a stretch through the side of the body. And over, keep this hip open. Same thing, but bend your knees over. Knees are over the toes. Press into the ground and over. Good. Other direction. True side lateral bend and over. Straight knees. Again. Drop it over, find true side, and over. Open the knees over the toes. Good. Toe and heel walk in. Good. Circle out the ankle. Try to keep all the toes on the floor. And other side. Still find nice lifted posture and circle the other direction. And bend and lift one heel. Keep those hips even. Don't lift a hip. Keep them even. And press even weight into both feet. Keep those toes nice and wide. And last one. Good. Shake it out. Now hopefully we got everything kind of oiled up a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go down to the floor. So if you don't have a mat, that's fine. You can use a towel. If you're on carpet, if, you know, I'm in a dance room, we don't have a mat, we don't have a carpet, we just do it on the floor. So if you just have floor, just be very, very careful of your spine and things like that. And if anything starts to hurt, you know, find something that you can kind of prop yourself up with or cushion you, all right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start right here in butterfly, making a nice long diamond with the legs, not getting the heels all the way to the inside, but keeping it nice and long. Arms are going to be out to the side, not hyperextending, ribs are in and soft. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take the right arm over, or your left arm, sorry, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to twist. That left hip, you're going to really open it out so it goes counter to where the twist is going. You're going to turn the chin over the right shoulder. And you're going to come back to find that lateral side stretch. And up, high kick. And we're going to go over, opening up that left hip and then twisting. we're gonna round forward. Top of the head goes to the foot or the inside of the heels. We're gonna lift the face. We're gonna reach out and rolling a marble out and up. And we're gonna hollow out, round back, drop the shoulders. Keep the chin right at the sternum. Hopefully you feel a little stretch through here. And left arm, or yeah, your right arm, sorry. And twist. Keep that right hip open, don't let it lift. And side, and open. And over. And keep that right hip opening as you find that twist. Drop the scapula. Keep the quads nice and loose. Don't tighten the hip flexors. And open. And over. And round forward. And breathe. Roll the marble out with the nose and come up. Chin goes to the sternum. Roll the marble out. Hollow back. Open up the back. Drop the head. And come up. And drop down. And last one. Take the head up, reach the hands out. Relax down. And just roll yourself up. Nice. So go ahead and take one leg underneath. Other leg is going to cross on top. Don't worry. Some of you, the knee will be here. Some of you won't be able to get it here. It'll have to stay here. That's fine. Okay, anywhere. We just want to keep the hips as square as possible. Sits bones on the floor. Take the leg up. Good. We're going to walk forward. Trying to get the belly button just right on the inside of the heel. Relax at the hip. Roll yourself up. Good. Go ahead and take that top leg, wherever it's at. You're going to just take it right behind you. Sit down on both hips. And you scoop over. Get that back leg heel as close to your seat as you can. And you're going to go back. Now, you may just be sitting here like this, and that's fine, all right? As long as you feel a stretch in through here. Just keep breathing, keep those hip bones lifted, abs are still involved. If you can go ahead and lay back or go to your forearms, that's perfect. The leg that's back, lift that hip bone up and take that same arm, find a slight lateral stretch here. And open it back out. If you're up here, that's fine. You're here. And take it back. Breathe into it. Try to relax that hip down. Open up the hip flexors. Open up the quad. And over. hips out. These are all hip openers. Okay, they're going to stretch through the seat, through the low back. They're going to allow for a higher battement in second or in devant. It's also going to give you a little bit more mobility and allow you to open up and find a wider turnout. Yes, you need to still build the strength in order to support the turnout, but it is going to give you that little bit more, okay, and get you closer to that 180-degree turnout that we all are trying to get. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit. I'm going to take my other leg and I'm going to place it on top. Again, you'll probably have one side that's a little bit more open than the other. That's fine. Wiggle around, find the perfect spot. Doesn't matter if you're here, just honor that, be there. We're going to reach forward, trying to get the belly button just right here to the inside of the ankle. Keep breathing. Loosen up and take that top leg. You're going to take it behind. You're going to shift forward a little bit. Heel, back heel, as close to the seat as it can be. And lower yourself down. Lift that hip bone if you need to. Abs are still in and up. And then we're going to go up and over. We're going to go ahead and place that arm that's on top on the floor. We're going to walk ourselves around. Bring the knee on top of the other knee. Bring the legs up and take it out. Good. And adjust yourself here. Nice. Sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to walk the hands down. We're going to try to lay the belly button right on the lap. So the goal is going to be to get the fingertips to the toes, to get the center of the palms to the toes, or to get the wrist to the toes. Wrap, hold in here, back is nice and long. And then we're going to soften the elbows, and the elbows are going to try to reach the shins. If they can reach there, we're going to wiggle out the knees. Because remember, if things are super tight, if you're walking them, then you can't stretch them because the muscles are tight. So just the mere action of bending and softening the knee is forcing you to have to let go of the tension in the muscles a little bit. All right? Wrists or elbows to the floor is the next goal. Wiggle it out if you need to. Good. Walk yourself back up. Let everything just hang out. Good. We're going to do that one more time. What I want you to, crazy hair, what I want you to think about is we want to stretch in flexion. Because you stand in flexion. Everything you do, you walk in flexion, right? We don't walk around on point. So to only stretch when we're in extension doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Now, if we do a big leap and we take that leg up there, yes, we want to be nice and limber and just open up that hamstring and get that leg up there. However, when we're in ballet and we come in and we start with plies, and we do demi-plie, grand plie, and I say port or core forward, what are we doing? Port or core forward, right? If I was laying all the way back, I'd be standing here in flexion because I'm standing on my feet, right? This would be the second half of the port or core, is going forward and up. Say I'm all the way up to standing, going into that cobra to the back, right? So that's why we want to work in flexion, because a lot of the stuff that we do is in flexion. We need to have the same amount of stretch and mobility when we are standing flat as when we are on point. Yeah? All right, so that being said, let's take those feet back to parallel. Relax the quads and walk your hands down. Try to get the fingertips to the toes. Center the palm. Just stop wherever you need to for you. Wrist. Grab the bottom of the foot. Drop the elbows if you can. To the shins, or drop them to the floor. Relax your head. Relax the quads, relax the hip flexors. Feel the stretch in the low back, around the glutes, the calves. Good. And roll up. Good. So I want to actually open up and stretch across the chest. Super important, especially with all of us working on the computer like we are right now. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to have the bottoms of the feet on the floor. Take your arms as far behind you as you can. They might be here. That's totally fine. But as far behind you as you can. And walk them out. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take the face up towards the ceiling. Hold, keep breathing. If you need to, then take your chin to your sternum. Take your head back up. Back to your sternum. Lead with your forehead up. Bring those arms in. Shake them out. I'm going to turn just so you can see me from right here. Go ahead, grab your elbows. Arms hug your lap. Forehead goes right to your knees. And then you're going to pull back, trying to hollow out like somebody's inflating a big bubble right here in your lap, between your torso and your lap. And back. Keep the chin at sternum. Good. And sit up. Shake out the shoulders. We're going to go ahead. You're going to find pigeon. And go ahead, find pigeon, take your forearms down, and stay right there. I'm going to come and check the timing on my camera. Good, we're doing good. Okay, so you're right here. Good, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to try to be over the top of the back knee. So we don't want the knee to be out. We don't want to actually lay on the inside of the leg. We want to square off the hip bump, and that is done if I turn towards you. Let me move my mat. Sorry, Kiki. If I go this way, so if I go here, right, I want this hip to be back. so that my hips are nice and square and across from each other. I don't want to go this way because then I tend to want to lay on the inside of the leg in the back. So pull this back, okay? Yes. This, if we were standing, say we were standing straight up and down on that back leg, this leg that's in front would be out in front in devant, right? So it would be up in front of us. Hips would be nice and even. That leg, if these are my shoulders, it would be like this. It wouldn't be like this, right? Boom, it's this way. So you're here. Now what I want you to think of doing is this front leg. I want you to work the shin, the calf, lower leg, so that it's perpendicular to the body. Now, you'll probably have to get up on top of your hands. Yes, you're gonna feel it here like crazy. You may not get it totally perpendicular, and that's fine. But everybody, this is another hip opener for you, okay? So we're gonna go here. Now pull those abs in and up. So if you're here hyperextending into the back, engage the abdominals, but just lift them enough. Don't tighten them super tight. Just lift them enough so that you can feel the body lifting up. Hold it right here. This is going to help open up the whole back of that body, okay? Give you better butt mass, blah, 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 all those kind of good things. Also, it's stretching the front of the back leg, so it's stretching the hip flexor up into the abdominals and that quad. All right, so that will help your arabesque. Good. We're going to go ahead and put that hip down. We're going to bring that back leg in. We're going to bring both feet in front of you. Now we're going to go ahead and open up to butterfly. And then we're going to open up the legs and we're going to drop one knee in. And then we drop the other knee in. That the hip can totally lift. Then we're going to settle both sits bones down. We're going to drop those knees in. Some of you will feel this, some of you will not. I do. Try to keep those knees as together as possible. And I always have to remember to breathe and I have to remember to lift my abs up. Good. We're going to sit up. Legs are in a small V. We're going to walk the arms forward, just like we did with our legs in front of us. Try to get the belly button right in between the legs by the upper thigh. And then we're going to flex those feet. Remember, working in flexion always, working both ways. Reach out through the center of the heel so that it doesn't do something weird when it's in flexion. Reach out through the heel. You're going to feel more of a stretch through the calf that way. Relax the quads. Reaching long through the top of the head. Good. And we're going to roll it up. We're going to take that other leg in front. So true pigeon. So we're going to get to that front leg. We're going to pull that hip back so it's nice and even with the other one. And we're going to take those forearms down and hold here. Be on top of the knee, top of the leg that's in back. If you want to stretch the inside part of the thigh, upper thigh, absolutely, you can open up that leg and back and go here. But a lot of you are going to feel that the same as if you go to a straddle, right? So it just makes more sense to go here and get a better stretch through the back of the body, being over while you're over the top of this leg, and then saving the straddle to then get those muscles on the inside of the leg. And we're going to bring ourselves up, lifting up and through. Hip bones are lifted, abdominals are lifted, shoulder blades are down. Nice and relaxed here. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of a stretch through here. If you're not, actually assess yourself and see if you have that hip a little bit forward. And if you do, pull it back. Okay? And then it's going to be time for us to go ahead and work this leg up to be as perpendicular as possible. I hurt this hip. So this is not an easy thing to do for me today. Stay over the top of that leg. Dropping the shoulder blades down the back. Relaxing. I know it sounds silly, but breathe into the hip joint. So when you take your breathe in, as you exhale, actually visualize that hip and visualize it releasing. It really will help. Good. We're going to go ahead and set that hip down. We're going to slide the back knee on top. We're going to go ahead and take those legs out. We're going to open them out. I'm going to get out of the way of my, hey, hi kitties. Let me go back here. So we're going to take it to a little bit wider straddle, making sure that the kneecaps are either going straight up or opening the thighs, and the kneecaps are going back slightly. And we're going to go forward. Now, relax, wiggle the knees, relax the hip. Like we did when we moved the hips side to side in order to help warm them up and loosen them up a little bit. Think of doing that here, all right? And walk those hands out a little bit further if you can. And then we're gonna flex, we're gonna reach out through the center of those heels. I'm gonna try, when I do that, I tend to want to clench my quads and tighten up my kneecaps. And so that just tends to happen, and then I go, okay, relax that. And then I relax them, and I can feel them relax. And then usually I can go down a little bit further. It opens things up. So hopefully over time, as you keep doing that, it will do the same for you. But yes, try to relax the quads, try to relax those kneecaps. Ourselves up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to turn the body. Now I'm going to keep the opposite hip open, just like we did when we were in butterfly. It's the same exact action with the hip. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go forward. And I'm going to point that toe. I'm going to try to reach my forehead and the top of my head towards my big toe. That foot back. Don't do it. And I'm going to go over. Keep this hip nice and open. Try to relax that leg. And point the toe. Still reaching through that heel nice and even. Don't let this let go. Keep reaching. You have even energy going outside or out from both legs. Relax. Walk yourself back up. Come into the middle. Good. I'm going to rock back off of my sit bones so that I can easily slide my legs in. Nice. And I'm going to come up. Good. I'm going to just wiggle it out. Shake it out a little bit. Circle out the ankles. Circle the other direction. Circle the wrists. Circle the other direction. Wiggle out the shoulders. Drop them down. Nice. Thank you, everybody. I will see you in the next video. I'm going to do one more stretch class for you the last week of classes, working on some other things other than what we worked on here. That way, take these stretch videos, you guys do them all the time if you can. Yeah? Combine the two that I'm going to have together, come up with your, own stretches on top of what we're doing. Some of you have some other really good ideas and things that you like to do. I just wanted to concentrate on things that were really going to open up around the seat, the low back, just to help you with open this up, partly because we're sitting a lot right now and just because of the times, and also because I find that a lot of people want to use their legs, they want to muscle to, like when they do kicks or bombs, they want to like use all their muscles to grow that leg and then control it, where the more stretch you get, it's actually just the brush, the tendu and the dégagé that just allow the leg to just float up, because everything is so loose. So it's actually, in order to get the leg higher, you need to actually find the freedom and the float of the leg in there. All right, so that's what this is about today. But I hope you guys have a really